some of you may have actually misunderstood like what the transition plan was. Um, Probably from your military and stuff in the other fraction of your United States of America, your U.S. citizens. Okay. Um, that you began this attack on in 2008. Some of you are from this country, but you're invaders. You're guilty of treason, okay, and crimes against humanity. And then some of you came here like you were taking over the land piece. So you need a little bit of a talking to in a calm manner, okay? They were probably prepared to be killing you all from 2008 on, okay, maybe even 1995 after what happened with Nicole, okay? Um, just the irrational demands. It was kind of like the 1960s, but way worse. So they start planning emergency things or what they're going to do. A population that's getting more aggressive and demanding and irrational. Okay, and then you're murdering women and then demanding that person doesn't go to jail. You're going to murder more people. Okay, so that's a problem. Um, when you're supposed to be trying to go to free college and work and buy a house and all that sort of stuff and decide you don't need 16 kids and a welfare check. So um, they were already planning about what they're going to do worldwide because of the population and your resources and the fossil fuels and the pollution and people getting sick. They knew they were already in the works of what to do because they control your world and you expect them to control your world. Okay? You don't expect a band of retarded newts, okay, transgenders to take over your country. You really don't expect that. So I'm sure you're not too happy about that either. So the transition plan is not separate from that. But in terms of what I do, I don't consider myself part of your world. I'm sort of like a hostage of your world, but I'm not part of it. A different species. That's why I was sitting in a house with 6 minors. From my perspective, it's Almighty God is telling you what is going on with you because you were promised a prophet and it's the Passover. So it's the same deal. It's how to deal with the whole population that's in a mass extinction and to keep your services going and stuff and explain to you the urges that you do as primates and you're in a panic, you're in like a biological panic, which would happen anyway without the nukes. Okay, so the opportunity came around where they were supposed to utilize me so that I could help the public prepare for that and explain the whole transition plan. And then some people went off the charts. So waiting for them to be put down. Okay. Because it was inevitable anyway with the brain plagues. It's all in the book that you're going to be in a Passover and your Jesus takes you to heaven and stuff like that. It's all in the Holy Bible. So, like a planet, I think a lot of the planet was prepared for that with all this weird, and they're frightened about how they're going to live and all these world problems and stuff. So they were ready for their Jesus to take them to their heaven. So I don't think most of you were expecting to remain in the same physical bodies, were you? Or you would go to heaven like the same, and then you would recognize everybody in heaven, but they'd be the same. Okay. Maybe that's what's going to happen because you all sort of had this time period now and you've seen each other on television and stuff. It would be nice if you would stop blocking your own species from interacting. They use social media too. I'm sure a lot of them seem to be your enemy too, and your prisoner and stuff. It would be nice if you would stop that bit of nonsense. Um, so anyway, I would say that that's probably true, whatever it is that you guys are going to be doing. Uh, so I wouldn't worry about that, but you won't be on planet Earth with me. I don't think you want to be. So I was going over that in the walk, by the way. Had a whole discussion about Richard and Juan and Jeffrey. And Charles Manson. Like I was saying, that Charles Manson has a better chance of being a human being than that Brian Buchanan person. Yeah, given what he was doing and saying and where he was in 2013 and stuff. But just it, unfortunately, they were all passed before the 2 5 star. So I do remember on Twitter, though, the whole campaign to save Jesus when they were executing Juan. So just to be like a fly in the wall, if someone actually showed him any of the tweets and said, "Do you know anybody named Mary?" That would have been funny. Yeah, I mean, it really would have been nice for Richard to see the 2 5 star. That would have been nice. Just people would have went, "Whoa, dude! Remember when you did that thing on your hand?" Anyways, just I don't. They're probably all in some sort of a mimicry bad genetics right now. So it's all part of sort of like a bit of a delusion. Gave people kind of a false sense of something, but it is what it is. Like I said at the beginning, that Yahweh was conducting the final judgment of mankind. So yeah, yeah, you go. People go, I don't want to live on a land piece with them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm not real interested in that. Dudes running around that are like 6'2" and 6'5", talking about they're gonna start skinning your kids and eating them. Yeah, you don't want to be on a land piece with us. Yeah, that's just like a bunch of vampires or something. Yeah, could see people going, "This is oh yeah," and Eric Menendez, he's still alive. So someone knows if they showed him the photograph of the finger. You just went, and they're doing what with her? Okay, he may not want to say that. It might be like Richard, where you just go, I can't answer that at this time. Just you did what with her? Okay, yeah, you're all gonna die. Yeah, it's how to end the cycles of rebirth. Like, did you liberate her? Okay, and then are you wondering why you can't liberate her? Okay, did she explain it to you yet? Because after 2020, you can't be freed. Okay, because you tried to murder the Virgin Mother. You tried to deny me water over a face mask because you thought you could. That's what it would be like if everything was free. You would just decide that I'm not getting food and water. Yes, you would. I'm trying to explain it to you again. You're in a, God has you in a containment. You're being restrained by Almighty God. He let you loose. Satan will be let loose for a little while. He did that in 2020, and then he had to pull you back in. Not you went, oh no, that's terrible to do. God did it. That's He controls your brain. It's a binder. And that business up at the train and stripping me naked, and that's funny. Like you're doing a I don't know what that is. What did I call it before? You're like gonna lasso up the Virgin Mother and laugh about it as I'm naked, start raping me and stuff. Okay, you're being controlled by a binder, so you can't be freed.